Yo YouTube, what's good? It's your boy RGTRam. Welcome to my channel. This is my first YouTube video ever. Today I'm going to show you how to make piano beats for Rod Wave and LIL TJAY. So to begin, I started off with setting the tempo to 180 BPM. And after that, I laid down the bass notes of the chord progression. I chose a 1, 4, 5, 6 chord progression, which means D sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and B. After that, I laid down the chords and then separated the notes so it has more variation. And after that, I laid down the top melody. After I laid all those things down, here's what it sounds like. After that, I opened up Xenology and then used the preset Warmth Pad. I copied and pasted the same chord progression and melody that I used from the piano and then put it into the piano roll for the pad. Here's what it sounds like. After that, I opened up Arcade and then chose some vocal chops to put on top of the melody. Here's what they sound like. Here's what it sounds like with the piano pad and the vocal chops. Next, I added some accents to add more texture to the beat. Here's what they sound like together. Now here's what the accents, vocal chop, pad, and piano sound like together. After that, I just opened up a bass plugin called Moto Bass, and then I used the violin bass preset, and then laid down the same notes I used for the chord progression down onto the bass line. After that, I turned it into a loop and sounded out, and now we're ready to start working on the drums. Now that everything's looped out, we can start with the drums. I set the BPM again to 180 as it says on the loop. Next thing I like to do is turn up this trim knob, which takes away any of the tail end that comes with an MP3 file. Now that it's also set 180 BPM and everything's synced up, I can now change the mode to stretch. Now that I set the mode to stretch, whether I turn up or down the tempo, it will always stay in sync. Next thing I like to do is separate the stems, and then when you're done, here's what it will look like. After that, I like to pull up a pattern. Also make sure that your melody is set to insert 1. From there, you can go to your EQ and then take out the lows since you'll be adding an 808. Next thing I like to do is add a clap, make sure it's in the middle between each bar, and have it go in an 8-bar loop. So now I'm just going to show you how I lay down my hi-hats. I usually lay the one at the 1, bring that down an octave. Some sauce that I use for hi-hats is I go to this magnet button, go to none, and then press shift and then right key twice. Now you see that it's not completely on grid, and that will add an extra bounce to your beats that nobody will really notice. Next thing I like to do is add a spins 808. Some key sauce to 808s is putting your 808s where your bass notes are. So for this chord progression, it's going to be at the 1, so D sharp. And then next would be G sharp. I'm going to up that an octave. And then next would be A sharp and then B. So now you'll get this. some more sauce that I use for my 808s is that I go to this little button right here, go to the boost knob, and then I boost it up a little bit. This 808 comes in a little low, so I upped it up to 5%. And then I also go to this out knob and then bring that up around 25%. Here's what it will sound like after. After that sauce, what I like to do is go to the master mixer and then use a soft clipper, and here's what it sounds like. Now you can add the extra notes to your 808. So what I'm going to do is just do this. After that, I press Control L, and that elongates all of the notes. And then I go to the envelope section and then make sure everything is off except hold. Here's what it sounds like afterwards. After the 808, I like to add some snares. So I go to my go-to snare. After I have my snare pulled up, I like to place it around here and here, and then copy and paste it over. Now, next thing I like to add is a open hat. I like to use this short open hat. Next thing I like to do is add an open hat on the 1, and then another one on the 5. I'm going to add some extra variation to this open hat, so I'm just going to make it double time like this. Now for the final touch, I'm going to add a kick. I'm going to go to a normal rat kick. I'm going to place my kick at the 1 and then up the velocity all the way up. And then I'm going to place my kick where the 808 hits. Here's what the final drums sound like together. Now that you have everything arranged, here's what the final beat will sound like.
RGTRam.
Alright guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed for my first video. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.